The enduring myth of annual subscriptions to Windows. Hi everyone, Leo Notenboom here for askleo.com. I almost wanted to call this the annoying myth of annual subscriptions to Windows. This concern, of course, is that Microsoft will eventually start charging a monthly or an annual subscription fee for Windows itself. That fear rose when Windows 10 was originally released. With Windows 10's end of life coming up shortly, I'm starting to hear it again and again. To be clear, there are no signs, none, that this is happening now or at any time in the future. Back in the run-up to Windows 10's release, someone at Microsoft used the phrase software as a service when speaking of Windows 10. What they meant was that the software would be delivered as an ongoing series of downloaded updates with some possible online components, much like Windows Update and many other online services we use today. This is, was, and will be nothing new. Service as a subscription. Consider your ability to subscribe to my free newsletter, Confident Computing. It is a service, a newsletter. It is a subscription. You sign up for it and it arrives periodically. It's free. Software as a service you subscribe to can work this same way. You can consider yourself as having subscribed to Windows updates, which have been arriving free of charge periodically since you installed the operating system. Subscriptions as a recurring fee. As we've seen above, subscriptions can be completely free. Nothing about the word subscription implies a cost. However, many people assume that a cost is involved as soon as they hear the word. I still get asked, how much does your newsletter cost? Even though it's completely free. Some subscriptions are not free. Your local newspaper, your favorite streaming service, your Coffee of the Month Club all represent services, news, video, or copy. Subscriptions, you sign up to receive the product on a schedule. And fees, you pay for these service subscriptions periodically, typically once a month or once a year. A subscription to a service can be free. A subscription to a service can cost money. The words subscription and service don't tell you which it is. Software as a service doesn't imply anything about how or even if you're going to pay for it. Now, Microsoft is known for some colossal messaging blunders. No, for example, Windows 10 was never going to be the last version of Windows. When questioned about whether software as a service would have a cost, Microsoft representatives said there were no current plans to make Windows a subscription. They didn't say never. They didn't say no. They left that door open a crack. Now, to be fair, they need to have that option. Maybe someday they'll determine that a monthly fee for Windows is the way to go. Unfortunately, the rumor mill took no current plans to imply real soon now. That's totally unjustified. But unjustified speculation is what creates rumors and what makes rumors turn into viral topics. And of course, Microsoft elected not to clarify anything, as is typical for Microsoft. Microsoft benefits by having Windows in as many places as possible. The upgrade from previous versions to 10 was free. The upgrade from 10 to 11 is free. And Windows comes on every new PC. They can and do make plenty of money on the other services that are enabled by the very popularity and ubiquity of Windows. It would be foolish for them to put barriers like a subscription fee in the way. Anything that would cause the average consumer to flee to less expensive alternatives would kneecap Windows dominance. Putting a paywall in front of the huge Windows ecosystem that Microsoft already profits from enormously just doesn't make sense. I think one source of the fear is that this kind of transition actually has happened. Microsoft Office for decades was a one-time purchase. It's now promoted primarily as an ongoing paid subscription. The thinking, of course, is that if they can do it for Office, what's to stop them from doing it for Windows? Well, Windows is the gateway to that Office subscription and other subscriptions like maybe OneDrive storage. It would not surprise me if there were new features or programs that were made available primarily via subscription. Enhanced Copilot maybe comes to mind, though I guess that right now is more of an experiment in progress. But Windows itself? No. Again, I'm going to be super clear here. I do not believe that Microsoft will ever make Windows a paid subscription. I just don't see it. And there's zero indication that it's being considered at all. Okay, what if they did? Like Microsoft Office before it, it is likely they would throw in a lot of features and functionality to try and make it worth your while. Maybe OneDrive space, maybe the ability to share your subscription, or maybe other things I can't even think about. And like Microsoft Office before it, I suspect they would still offer a one-time purchase plan without all those additional bells and whistles. But again, I just don't see it happening. Period. There's really nothing for you to do about this other than to stop stressing about unsubstantiated possibilities. Keep running Windows if you like and keep it up to date as always. Maybe, just maybe, stop paying attention to the trolls and the naysayers and the panicky headlines. Get your information from sources you trust. And, of course, always pay careful attention to the terminology being used in general. Remember, subscription does not automatically mean payment. For updates, for comments, for links related to this topic and more, visit askleo.com/180253. If you've got a question, askleo.com/ask is the place to go. If you would like a free subscription to my weekly newsletter, visit askleo.com/newsletter. And if you're interested in supporting Ask Leo and helping me do what it is I do, visit askleo.com/patron for the options. I'm Leo Notenboom, and this is AskLeo.com. Thanks for watching.